Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Is that not an awesome looking adventure bike? You need to look at some of the newest updates on this bike. This is a new rack that I got. It's a Diablo brand, just like this right here. Designed and offered by K-Speed. The pipe and the rack, and now Thailand made Super Cub, and that bag sits right in there on that down tube, which is what I wanted all along. And I finally found one, and it showed up today or yesterday. So still missing a couple items. My air intake system is still not here, but basically the rest of this machine is pretty much ready to go. I've got the pipe on it, the big bore kit. I don't know if I've explained to it on the big bore kit, but what happened was the day before we sat down to order all of our stuff, they sold the last big bore 142cc kit. So now I'm waiting on them to build another one or make some more or whatever. But I don't want to put a 135cc kit on it. The increase that it got on horsepower and torque was, I didn't feel enough like the 142 was, even though it's only 7 cc's difference. The increase in torque and horsepower was quite a bit. But anyhow, we went on a adventure ride Saturday. This is Tuesday, and sorry about not making videos here lately, but I've been extremely busy taking care of the yard. My wife's birthday, and that is a nice looking bike, that's all I can say. My wife's birthday is 11 days from now, and it's a big important birthday for her and everybody else. We've got a lot of guests that are coming to our place for the birthday party. I've got a lot of work to do. I just got through finishing mowing and weed eating the entire lawn over on Paradise Garden Park, and now I'm gonna start mowing and weed eating all of this over here in the orchard. I have to get it done because a lot of the parking is going to take place over here in the orchard, because with the band set up and the guest tables and the awnings and stuff that's going to be over on the driveway and in the parking area over there, is just not going to be room for people to be parking. So we're going to do all of our parking over here in the orchard. So it's going to be a heck of a party. But this is turning out to be a pretty good little machine. On the adventure ride we did Saturday, I did not have the pipe in yet. I did not have this rack. I did not have the bag in. All this stuff came in yesterday and today, so I put it all on now. But one thing I did was I left the 13-tooth sprocket, countershaft sprocket, on this bike to see if it improved the mountain roads on climbing them, and I was able to run second gear on the types and steepness of roads that I was having to go down to first gear and stay in first gear to be able to get before. I have noticed since I put this pipe on, it's even more spunkier, and as soon as I get the air filter and air cone for it, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do a couple of runs with the 13 tooth. For speed, I'll run it on the speedometer so I can compare it with what I did before, and I'll run it with GPS to give us an actuality of what it's doing. I'll do it the same with the 15 and the 14, and then I'm going to leave the 14 on here until we get our big bore kit and put that on. I got a hunch that's going to be the optimal setting, is going to be the 14 tooth countershaft sprocket with an aftermarket exhaust, aftermarket air intake, and a big bore kit. Suspension wise, This stock stuff is pretty good, but I do believe I'm going to go with some rear shocks on it, and I'm not going to say which one I use right now because it'll probably shock everybody that I put that on instead of something like Olin's or something like that, which I'm not going with Olin's. They're just too expensive. And then we may go with a kit on the front forks. And I'm going to leave the stock tires on here because the only time I had any trouble with this was when I got into the creek bottom with the loamy gravel and that kind of stuff. So hopefully I won't be riding that much material like that. I'll be riding a lot more dirt roads and mountain roads, and to do that I think the tires that are on there are really good for it. So anyhow, that's this video, folks. Oh, one more thing. The party after the adventure ride, I want you to look at these ladies. They are the wives of the guys that I ride with, and my wife. So be nice, but tell me which one you like the best. Number 1, 2, 3, or 4, okay? Oh yeah, I thought maybe y'all like to know what this monster sounds like with this pipe on here. So take a look at that and listen. And what do you think? Sounds like a race bike, huh? That's it. So anyhow, talk to y'all later, and hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.
Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Woo!
This is what we do after we go for a nice adventure ride.
Let's go.